Today I'm going to talk about the bow and the bow hold. So when you first get your bow, this is the stick, and then you have horsehair on the bottom. The horsehair should be loose, and then this part is called the frog, and then you have a screw on the back to tighten and loosen the hair. So it's really important when you're not playing the instrument, when it's in its case, that the hair is loose, that is turned very far to the left. When you're ready to play, you want to tighten the hair, but it's really important that you still have a curve in the bow, and it should be just tight enough to maybe fit a pencil or your pinky in between the stick and the bow hair. The bow hair is really sensitive to oils, so it's important to try to not touch it with your hands or any part of your body. If you brush against it, it's not the end of the world, but it's not something you just want to grab like this. So whenever you're touching the bow, you want to make sure you're holding it by the stick or by the frog. So bow hold is extremely important. It's something you're going to be working on forever. I've been playing for almost 30 years, and I still think about my bow hold and work on it pretty regularly. So for very, very young children, maybe 2 to 5 or 6, to start off, you need your thumb underneath the frog, and then your pinky on top of the stick. These are your 2 most important fingers. This is where all of your stability and control is going to come from. And then the rest of your 3 fingers are just going to drop over the top, but you don't want to feel like you're really holding onto the bow. Like, you don't want any, see, I'm being very tense, it's not correct. You want to just hold on to it lightly enough where you can hold the bow without dropping it, but strong enough that your pinky is going to stay on the very, very top of the stick here, and your thumb is stable on the bottom. For older children and adults, you're going to go right to the normal bow hold, where your thumb is just under the stick here, right next to the frog, and then everything else is the same. Pinky on top, 3 fingers draped over the top here. So your pinky is going to be the hardest part, keeping it on the top here. So a nice exercise is to hold the stick, get everything in a good position, and just practice, I like to call these pinky push-ups, up and down. And it's also very important that your thumb is bent like this. You don't want it to be what we call banana thumb, bent backwards. You want it to be bent forwards, where your knuckle is sticking out. So nice and strong. Once you have a good bow hold and you feel a little bit comfortable, it's important to do exercises where you're changing the position of your arm and focus on keeping your hand the same. So one of our first exercises we call Windshield Wipers. You get a strong bow hold and then just go back and forth. Another one that's nice, that'll help you learn how to keep your hand relaxed, is just holding the stick with your left hand and dragging your hand back and forth just very lightly over the stick. A few times, go back to the frog, get your bow hold, keep it steady.